All right, the total for what YouTube paid us the entire year we traveled the world. But we started traveling the world full-time on the 6th of March 2022. From day one, we documented everything financially, what we were making, what we were spending, and all of those far too frequent times we went over budget. Do not make our mistake. It is now double the price. Now that we're on the road again, we wanted to share all the financial information in more of a unique way. So on this travel day from Adelaide to Portland, we're gonna be going over all of the ups and downs of our first year on YouTube. It's a wild ride, but we'll put all the totals at the end of the video.
We're starting here at Adelaide Airport with 12,000 subscribers, which is so bizarre because exactly a year ago, almost to the day, we were sitting here with a couple of random subscribers that we gained from some stupid shorts we'd put up and absolutely no idea what we were in for.
What everyone tells you is true. YouTube is slow to learn. Our first video in the first 6 days, all it did was lose us 1 subscriber. But we persisted. We ended up posting about 27 more videos before we saw any real uplift in subscribers.
Eventually we were in Vietnam and we were watching our subscriber count slowly tick up until we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Because we already had the 4,000 hours watch time we needed, we could hit monetized pretty much straight away. And we did, we applied. About a week later, that did come through.
I remember it so clearly sitting on the bed in Hue, Vietnam when we realized we had 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours and we were able to hit that button. It just was so exciting. We were over the moon. And then I'm pretty sure we were on the train from Hue to Hanoi when we got our first ever paycheck from YouTube. And it was a whopping $1.76. We were so happy though.
The day that we finally got paid was April 27th, which if you're counting along at home is 52 days from when we published our first video. That's pretty quick when we thought 12 months minimum is what it was going to take us. We then got even more excited when the next day our income shot up to $25.
We could not believe that because we're on a budget of $100 a day and that is 25% of our expenses covered like that.
We should get to our gate.
Yeah.
Pretty naive, and we thought that keeping the $25 a day thing was going to be really easy.
Really thought that was just our new norm. We had 25% of our budget covered instantly.
Not the case.
Everyone, somehow we almost missed this flight, even though boarding doesn't technically open until 25 minutes later, for another 25 minutes.
Are we getting on the right plane?
After Vietnam, we took a flight to India where our videos and viewership and everything took a nosedive. We went from earning $25 a day to earning like $3 a day, and that was quite a shock to us because we were so naive in the fact that the $25 would just keep going forever and ever and ever. Our theory is that because a lot of Vietnamese people were watching our videos, they didn't want to watch our India content, so they weren't clicking on them, so YouTube wasn't showing them to anyone else. We like to think that that's what happened, not that there was like a decrease in quality of content or anything, because it makes us feel better. It makes us feel like it's not our fault.
Once we finished in India and Egypt, we ended up going back to Europe. The views started to come back, but honestly, it took a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful morning here in Los Angeles. Here the local time is 5:56.
It is a nightmare getting around this airport. We almost missed our flight.
A moment more and you would have missed your flight.
Is that what she said? Oh my God.
Once we had been moving through Europe for a little while, we started to reclaim what we had before and saw a little bit of a steady increase in our viewership. Moving into Poland, we had our first video do really well in a really long time, thank you Gdansk, and remained steady for a little while until we got to Romania, where we drove the Transfiguration Highway. We didn't realize it was going to be such a well-performing video, and it happened to start performing at the time that a couple of other things started happening too. The video we had shot when we were in the Netherlands, all about Dutch food, started to pick up as well. So we had the Transfiguration Highway and the Dutch food video both doing well at the same time. Then we got to Serbia, decided to do a Serbia food video, and all three were performing while we were in Italy. And it actually meant that one day we got $43.10 just for that day alone. The Serbian food video was pretty interesting. It took a month before it started going anywhere, then had a month of crazy growth, and then a couple of months of kind of steady growth. And it's still kind of hanging around the top 10 of the videos that are performing right now. At the end of the year, we ended up going to Northern Europe, which we planned for ages. Didn't really have any expectations, more of a thing that we just really wanted to do. And the views kind of took off again. As soon as we got to Lithuania, they started climbing. And we actually ended up getting $25 a day all through January. I'll go through a few stats before I get to the really juicy stuff of how much YouTube actually paid us for the entire year of traveling. The worst month, you can kind of understand, was April, which was the first month that we got monetized in. We made $79.46 on that one. Our best month, despite what we were told, was actually January. We made 823 Australian dollars for that one. Our best video overall, despite the views not being as high as some of the others, is Dutch food. From that video alone, we made $626, and it's still climbing. It still kind of sits in that top 10 for us. Worst video was a night market we explored in Phuket. It made $2 for us, but we weren't monetized when we first posted it, so most of the time it was actually getting views. We weren't making any money from it anyway. Worst performing video we posted after we did get monetized was our video in Egypt, in Alexandria. We were actually pretty proud of that video, so it was quite confronting for us. We only made $4.50 from that one. All right, the total for what YouTube paid us the entire year we traveled the world. $5,374.63. Some other stats to give you context around that. We gained 11,900 subscribers. It's now ticked over to 12,000. We got 1.9 million views across our content and 116,000 watch hours. Follow along in 2023 when we're in the Americas, see if we can get something similar.